Hello my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of Transport Fever. If you missed last episode, it is linked above now for you my friends. Feel free to go and check that out. I am trying to get this out as much as possible, but I feel like one a week at the minute is quite okay with everything else that I'm uploading on the channel, but I am hoping to kind of up this to 2 a week. But yes, I hope you're enjoying the series my friends. I'm enjoying playing the game. Today we're going to carry on with the campaign, Chapter 1, Mission 3. So without further ado, let's jump in and let's get to it.
In the north of Britain, in the midst of the Victorian era, the industrial city of Glasgow is bursting at the seams. The factories are working full blast, but the competition is not sleeping. In terms of economic issues, the countries in continental Europe have long since caught up. Something must be done to stop the cradle of the Industrial Revolution from falling behind. Anyone who doesn't toe the line now will fall by the wayside. Scotland. The land of enlightenment. The land of progress. The land of science. The land of industry. The Glasgow City Council wants to modernise the transport infrastructure so that the city remains the vibrant industrial metropolis that it is today in the future as well. With your transport company, you're as good as predestined for this sort of contract. The shipyards on the Firth of Clyde have been famous for their sturdy boats for quite some time. New processes for the mass production of high-quality steel are now opening up previously undreamt-of possibilities. A member of the City Council recently proposed to you during a pheasant hunt whether you'd like to supply his friends in the shipbuilding industry with this essential material. Coal and iron are available in abundance in the areas around Glasgow. Off to the blast furnace with them.
Okay my friends, here we are. We are in Scotland this time. Back to the UK. I live nowhere near Scotland, but obviously it is part of the United Kingdom. But yeah, I don't really remember this mission, I'm going to be honest with you. So this will be fun. I'm getting to play this one second time around, but I don't really remember it. So let's crack on. So we need to get the coal and the iron ore to the steel factory. I think the easiest way to do this is probably going to be to set up some sort of rail network, I would imagine. Although these are close enough to probably do horse and carriage. But yeah, I think we're probably just going to have to set up some sort of rail network, and that'll probably be the quickest way. If I sound a little nasally, my friends, I think I've got a little bit of a cold, but it is what it is. But yeah, let's crack on with this. If you've watched the last 2 episodes, then you kind of know what we're doing now. You kind of know the bits and bobs that we need each and every time. If not, I will do my best each episode to try and help teach you basically what we're doing. But anyway, we're going to go with a cargo station there, and then we just need to get it to the steel factory for now, don't we? Do you know what? A bit of me doesn't want to do a train station like that. A bit of me just wants the train station like there. I feel like if we did roads, it would probably work just as well. In all honesty, I think it might be a bit overkill to be getting the trains to just deliver that small distance. So yeah, I'm going to do it that way. I'm just going to join these up with roads, I think, instead. I know it's not as quick for anybody that plays this game. I do understand it isn't as quick. Let's put the curve tool on. We'll join that up there, like so. And we'll join it up there, that'll be fine. Right, let's get that in then. Buildings, we want to go with the truck stations. So we're gonna need 3 truck stations, one at each factory, and then one here at the steel plant. Let's get that in place there. And then we'll get this one in over here, like so. Now I don't know if this is going to be super efficient to do it this way, but I just feel that the distance isn't big enough to warrant a train station, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put this depot down here, tucked away. So let's put that in there, and then we will, I think we'll get four to go from here to here, and 4 to go from here to here. So we're going to need quite a lot of vehicles. So let's get this one, European covered horse-drawn carriage. So we'll just buy 8 off the bat, like so. And then we'll get a couple of routes going. So we want to go from here to here. And then we'll do another new line. And we want to go from here to here. And then we just click on that one there. And we will assign them to each line. So that's that. And that is that. Done and dusted. Press the play and let it get going. But yeah, essentially, guys, if this is the first time you're here watching the series, welcome first and foremost. And then secondly, we're working our way through the campaign missions. We've done mission 1 and mission 2 of chapter 1. They're on the channel. Feel free to go and check them out if you've not done so already. And then we're doing mission 3 today. And then I don't know, at the moment my upload schedule, it kind of varies. I'm uploading as and when I can. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself anymore with the amount of videos I put out. You know, 1 episode a week at the minute is bare minimum that I'm only aiming for. But if I can do a bit more than that, then I obviously will. What are these guys just going round in circles? Very, very strange. Oh yeah, obviously probably picking up the coal, aren't they? I have sped this up. I am speeding this up because obviously we want to get the steel. We want to start getting that steel produced, and there isn't much we can do while we're kind of waiting for that. So we'll just crank that speed up and get that going. But yeah, like I say, I don't really remember this mission too much. I don't remember if this is how I did it last time. I'm assuming I did, just because the distances, like I say, they're not that great, are they? Between these, I can imagine we're probably going to end up having to join up these cities. Are there any more cities here? Oh, there's a small sort of fishing village. We've got this little thing over here. So yeah, I can imagine we're probably going to have to join some stuff up. And it'll be fun. I do like this game a lot. I really, really like this game. It's a lot different to anything we've ever done on the channel. But this is the sort of game I like. I like sort of simulated management games and that sort of stuff. I like building games. Really one of these people that play sort of like your A+ titles, but I am going to be bringing some of those to the channel.
Shipyards crave steel for colossal tubs. The bigger the better. But it doesn't get there all by itself.
Okay, so we've got to deliver 10 steel to Glasgow. So we need to deliver goods from here to here. Now, to be honest with you, again, the distance isn't great. We could probably horse-drawn carriage it, but I'm going to put a train station in because I feel like we're going to need a train station for Fort William at some point anyway. So I'm going to transport these goods via train. So let's get that going. I always reduce the speed while I'm building because obviously I just don't want to get myself in a mess. But cargo station, who needs the steel? So we can work out exactly where we want to put this. Station. So all the steel is over here, but do you know what, if I can put it as central as possible, because all this stuff's going to have to come in anyway, isn't it? Let's move it around. Do you know, I might put it there. We're going to have to go through that mountain, aren't we? But money in this early chapter, someone asked me recently about, you know, shouldn't you be keeping an eye on the money and stuff? And you probably should be, but I decided not to. Do you know what? I don't think we are going to need a train station. I think we could probably do this with a horse-drawn car. It's just there. The road is just there. but the trains are quicker. That is the reason that I use the trains, is they are quicker. So there is always that. I've got to think about how I'm going to bring the track around. I've not been very efficient here. I've not done this the best way possible. But we'll do it. We'll get it. We will get it. Right, let's take that. Oh. Okay, that was pretty random. I thought that was on the end there. Right, there we go. Right, let's just take that across the road to there, just so we've got a point, and then yeah, this is going to go through the mountain by the looks of things. And come this way. Although we've got the money and we don't have to worry about it in these early chapters, I still want to try to be as efficient as possible with money. So because I think it will bode well for when we get to those later missions, basically. So where are we going to put the depot building? I kind of feel like we just join it up there, to be honest with you. Too much curve. There we go. That's spot on. Lovely job. And so yeah, we got to get ourselves a train that's going to be able to pull the steel. Obviously the trains get a lot more expensive. Now the distance isn't that far at all, so I'm just going to get the cheapest steam train possible. And then it's steel, isn't it, that we're going to be pulling, so we need to get ourselves some flat cars. I'm going to get 4 for this train. Let's buy that. And then let's get the route sorted out. Add a new line. So we want to go from this station to this. To be fair, that distance is a bit further than I kind of maybe gave it credit for. There we go. Boom. That's a lovely job. And that will start getting the steel to Glasgow. Hopefully. Anyway, let's speed this up again. But yeah, like I was saying, I am changing things up on the channel. Very much just like a Planet Zoo channel. We were just doing that for a long time, and we are still doing that. I absolutely love that series. I love the community we've built with it. But I am going to be definitely putting more games on the channel. Not only are we going to do Transport Fever, but we're going to be doing, you know, Football Manager series and so on and so on. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more incoming, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to just jump on the train if possible, because someone left me a comment last time saying, "Oh, I'd love it if you could, you know, just take a look at the vehicles and stuff a bit more and show us this sort of stuff." So yeah, there you go. Very, very beautiful models in this game, does have to be said. Let's speed this up. I just need to slow it down while I was clicking on it. But you know, I've said this in previous episodes. I love the way that the tracks and the road and things like that carve into the land or sit over the top of the mountain sides like that. I love the way these natural drop-offs are formed, because real railways actually and roads and stuff, they form this way, don't they? So yeah, I do quite like it actually. And so there you go. There's your first bit of cargo. Lovely job. So yeah, we've got to get 10 steel. So it shouldn't take too long, to be honest with you. To get 10 steel to Glasgow. It's not the longest of journeys, and our horse carriages are working hard. So yeah, should be okay. There's no time limit, by the way, on the episode. Well, I think there's an internal time limit in the game, but there's no time limit on how long it takes me each episode. We just basically play each mission until it's finished in each video. That's how I do things over here at DanXG. And really, that's for the newbies. If you are watching and you are new, and do consider liking the video if you're enjoying it, and hitting that subscribe button, my friends. It's very much appreciated if you can show your support that way. Also, as well, if you want to become a bigger part of the community, feel free to check out the description box, and you will find stuff like my Discord and my socials that I'm very, very active on, as are all of the community. So yeah, feel free to get involved, my friends. So yeah, I reckon one more journey here with the train, and we should be all good in the hood, done and dusted. On to the next part of this mission. Glasgow Central. I didn't realise they put the names on the stations like that. Quite like that, actually. Horse-drawn carriages are working very, very hard in the background, as you can see. Obviously, this game does go through the eras as well. So at the moment, we're in like the late 1800s. And this is one of my... I really like this era in the game, but I think it's just because of the steam trains and stuff. I quite like that sort of thing. So, yeah, it's quite cool actually. But it goes through like all of the eras up to modern day, and the towns and the cities and stuff, they kind of upgrade themselves dependent on how good all of the, you know, transport systems are.
Your deliveries of high-quality steel make it possible to build particularly seaworthy ships. Time to make use of these robust steamers. Sustenance for the city's working masses is found out on the islands. Delectable fish swim in the sea, and the distilleries on the Hebrides produce an absolutely exquisite whiskey. It's called the Water of Life. Get out there and explore the area. Every ship needs a harbour, and your venture needs a particularly good one.
Okay, so when you do stuff in this game, I've noticed it's like completely brand new. They will highlight the area for you, which is quite good and quite nice. And this time we're doing something very, very new. We've not done this yet in the game. We're actually going to be creating a harbour and then creating some boats, which is quite cool. Now, I believe the anchor is the side that needs to be in the water. We need to be able to join this up to that road. I remember the first time I did this, I had a bit of a trouble trying to join it up to the road. But I think I might have just put it in the wrong place. There we go, look. If I put it here, it makes a lot more sense. So let's place
Help to
that.
build a shipyard so that it won't be long before you can call a beautiful ship your own.
So obviously we need a shipyard to be able to release the boats into the water. Other way round, is it? There we go. Lovely job. Where do we put this? It needs to be joined up to the road. It is a weird place for them to tell you to put this, in my opinion. But we'll put the harbour. We'll put the docks. Okay, if it's blue, that usually means... Oh, there we go. But yeah, we've got to buy a... Usually there would be someone narrating this bit for us, but they've decided not to. So we've got to buy a boat that will safely go through the wild waters of the Western Isles on your daring expedition. Not quite sure where we're going to yet, but we will buy the vehicle. So the Wilhelm one is the one we're going to purchase, as it is the only one available. So let's buy this boat. We've got to explore the Western Isles to obtain the whiskey for the city. So I believe it's over here. These are the whiskey barrels. So I guess we need to place a new line. If we go from here to our harbour here, and then we would assign said ship to that line. There seems to be a problem though. What is the issue then? Have I put the wrong thing in? Passenger stop. I've put the wrong thing in. Let's delete that then. We need a... Oh, I couldn't have put the wrong one in. That's very strange why it's doing that, to be honest with you. Okay, let's place this back very, very quickly. That's strange why it's doing that. But anyway, line. Okay, now there's no warnings. Oh, it was very strange, wasn't it? Very, very strange that. But anyway, we need to obviously set up the route, and then the ship needs to go to and from, I do believe, and then that completes this part of the task. I have no idea why the narrator has stopped talking, but we will just speed this up and get on with it, basically. If we click on the boat, we can have a little sail on the seven seas. A very, very beautiful model the boat is. I think we've got our first bonus mission, so let's click on that.
Industry is buzzing. Thanks to your services, its need for steel is always covered. In contrast, a lack of personnel looms on the horizon. Nowadays, the city's working class is outrageously spoiled. The workforce is rebelling more and more against the prevailing working conditions. On the other hand, in the Highlands, countless hungry people wait gratefully for employment. All that needs to be done is to get them to the city. Build a railroad in the wild west of the Highlands so that this remote stretch of land finally experiences the blessings of modern civilization.
Okay, so it's not a bonus mission, but it is another part of this level, and we need to build ourselves a passenger station. Now, I'm not going to place this on the same line as the construction line. I'm actually just going to build a completely separate line for our passenger trains. I think that makes the most sense, and I might put the passenger station in here. Hopefully, that will be close enough, but let's take a look, shall we, before we do it. So, just give this a little rotate. So I think that task that's just been completed was the steamboat making its way up the river. No, I think we probably, because all the people are down here, but then they're coming here for work. So I don't know if I go around the back here. It shouldn't matter, to be fair, because they'll get around the city anyway. You know what, I might put it back here and we'll just carve through that mountain. We don't, like I say, we don't really have to worry too much about money just yet on this level. But I know in later missions we do have to start thinking about that sort of thing. So we've got to create this so it goes all the way to Fort William, which is up here, my friends. Let's go to the back of this station, see if we can join it up there. Yes, lovely job. So yeah, now we just need to do the track. We need to join this up. But yeah, we probably could have gone along this stretch of track, but if we do it this way, we don't encounter any of those problems with the trains, like having to stop for one another, basically. So let's come this. Let's go. I think I'm going to go around the back, like so, of this, and then I'm going to come around this way, so we avoid going through another mountain. Just go straight up around the corner and we join up like so.
Supply the city of Glasgow with workers none the worse for wear who haven't fallen victim to the union's pipe dreams yet.
Now what I'm hoping is I can join this up to the track. Lovely job. There we go. That's good, because then we haven't got to build another depot. Oh, I didn't join it up to the track, of course I didn't. There we go, that's it. That'll do it this time. So yeah, now we haven't got to build ourselves another depot. This is obviously a complete mess, but is what it is. Transport 20 people to Glasgow. I'm going to get a better train for this, one that's a bit quicker. I don't want to take the mick and get this one. It's a very, very big train, so we'll just get this one here. Add that, and then we need to get some passenger coaches, which are these ones. 16, 24. Let's go with 4 carriages, because that's 32 capacity, because the journey's quite big. add that, and then we just do the usual where we create a new line between the two stops, and then we go back here and we assign our train to the line. And again, we're going to press that speed up button because it's going to take a little bit of time to get this to happen, basically, ladies and gents. But yeah, it's all coming along quite swimmingly.
Big landowners' fleecy balls of wool now graze where families of farmers once cultivated their patches. Lady McDougall asks for help. She wants to know if all her little sheep are still together. Help with accounting. Look to see if all the sheep are still there.
Okay, so this is like a little bonus mission that we're going to do. We've got a little doobie-doo here. Sheep done a runner. Oh wow, all over the place. Do we physically need to be able to see them? There it is. I don't know if we have to click on all of these. We clearly have to click on some, don't we? Is it in here? Is it in the woods? Oh yeah, there it is. Let's click on this one as well then. Maybe we do have to click on them all. What about these over here? Oh, there we go.
All the people in charge have dozed off from all the counting.
Make some noise to wake them up. I don't know if I managed to do this before. How do I make noise to wake them up? Do I have to make the train make a noise? But maybe. I don't know how I do that, to be honest with you. I genuinely don't know how I would do this. How do I make the whistle blow potentially on this? Got to try and work this out now. Is there any buttons that I press? That's going to be an interesting one to try to get my head round. But we have transported 5 people of the 20, so that's a start. Just that is a very long journey, isn't it? That train has to make. So it's going to take a little while. That. So we've got time to try and work this little problem out. So let's try to do that. I would imagine the train needs to make noise. That's the first thing that comes to mind, but how do we make the train make noise? I wonder, ladies and gents. I don't know. I can't see a button here that you can make noise with the train. Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna try something. I've obviously done this because I've completed this mission. So I've clearly done this. Ah, yes, that's what I did. You just have to build stuff and it makes noise. There we go.
What's going on here? Oh yeah. Inventory's over and done with. The sheep are all there. Madam, sir.
Lovely job. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I was trying to think about what I did before, and I remembered I didn't know how to make the trains make a noise and a racket, so it wasn't that. But yeah, I'm glad that I've managed to do that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We'll carry on with our other missions. Okay. Oh, I knew that was going to happen, but that's it. That's how we get it back. I like to keep this on the screen so I know what I'm doing. Some people might not like it, but I do personally. The train is still not at Fort William. This is going to take some time. That boat's going backwards and forwards. I don't know if it's actually bringing any whiskey here. If it is, it won't be getting picked up because there's no transport route, and the whiskey needs to go into town because this is I click on this, not that one, that one, yeah, this is residential, so yeah, it won't be going anywhere if it is transporting it at all. Be surprised if it is, to be honest with you. Right, train is on its way back. Yep, there it goes around the loop. Lovely, lovely. Maybe we'll join it on the journey back because it's a different route to what the industrial train was doing, just so you can get a look at the passenger train. The station back here. I quite like the models in the game. Some people have mentioned that they don't like the way the roads just end the way they do, but I don't mind it. I quite like the models in the game because it's more management than it is like city builder anyway, in my opinion. But let's jump on the train, shall we, and let's go for a little train ride. Follow this beauty back. Obviously it doesn't go through the tunnel, so you do this weird camera angle that skips all over the hillsides when you go through a tunnel. There's quite some tunnel built there. Yeah, coming out the other side. There you go. Love the steam effect. Really, really do. Got a nice little bridge. Viaduct bridge. Don't know if we're transporting any people back this way. I think we are. I see someone sitting in the carriage. Oh, didn't realise it was another tunnel. Probably wasn't the most efficient railroad I could have made. I probably could have added it to the industrial railroad and it would have made more sense, but then you get this whole stop and go system and it can take even longer. Okay, so it's transporting the other way, only transporting to Glasgow, so there's only 3 people on the train. So this is the issue, this is where the issue lies, and that's why it's going to take so long, because of how long that's taking. It's a little annoying, isn't it? It doesn't give you a list of missions that you could work through. You have to kind of, it's one after the other. As I would prefer like a list of stuff to do, rather than having to just wait on one thing. Because now we're in a little bit of dead space, aren't we? But yeah, what I'll do is I'll be right back when this is close to being finished. Okay, my friends, we only need 2 more passengers. I'm just going to try and click on the train. Yeah, there's 4 on board. There we go, lovely job. So hopefully this little mission will be done and dusted in a moment. That actually took a lot longer than it should have. There was 3 trips that went to and from that brought 1 passenger at a time, so it is a good job that I put a little cut in there, because honestly I've been sitting here for 10 minutes waiting for this one little bit of the mission to finish off. But yeah, without further ado, you will see the train trucking along in through the tunnel, and it's going to come in to the station now, and we will be done and dusted.
The new workers from the Highlands are remarkably productive as they slave away. To keep them in a good mood and make sure they don't fall for any kinds of rebellious activities, precautionary sedation is called for. Whiskey from the Western Isles is excellently suited to this purpose. Supply the city with cheap booze that pacifies the dissatisfied, so that subversive activities don't get started. Plunge into the wonderful world of spirits. Thanks to your supply, no one will be left high and dry.
So basically, get everybody pissed and they'll behave themselves. It's essentially what they're saying there. So yeah, we need to deliver 25 whiskey. The whiskey's going to come in here because it's being picked up down here. Just to make sure, yeah, that's where it's been picked up. So we've got to deliver it to town, basically. So that's what we need to put in place.
Some of the whiskey oddly disappears in transit. Is it likely that it evaporates out on the open seas? Is it the legendary angel share that imperceptibly vanishes there? If it is, then the angels must be awfully thirsty.
Okay, we've got a bonus mission as well, so we'll accept that.
Sails through the locks of the Inner Hebrides, rolling from side to side in peculiar curves. Word has it that cheerful singing coming from the steamer was heard on shore.
Okay, we'll do that in a second, but I want to get this put in place first because we need to start delivering the whiskey. So let's just get a little stop put in here. That's nice and close, and then we need to get this over here where the whiskey is very much needed. Okay, if I put it about there, it is going to get rid of some buildings, but if I put it about there, that should be okay. Let's get the line put in first. So we're going to go from there to there. And then, oh, is that joined up? Oh, that's going to take a time. That's going to take way too long, isn't it, to get that over here? I think I'm going to put in another depot, just because I'm thinking about time. So let's put that in there. Let's add. How many vehicles do we want? I'm going to buy 5 vehicles this time, just because that distance is quite far. Or, do you know what? I'm not, because the boat journey alone is going to take a while. I'm just going to buy 4, like I usually do. Highlight those, put them on line 6. Lovely job. And then we've only got the one boat going backwards and forwards at the moment. So I might add another boat. But before I do so, let's click on this.
Captain Klein says the ferrymen are very poorly paid, so they might have occasionally treated themselves to a sip from the cargo. That just won't do, of course. If at all, then they ought to get drunk like self-respecting people do it, inside a good pub where it's nice and cozy.
Where is the pub? I'm going to assume it's highlighted it for me. Yeah, this one here. Yep, it's being supplied with the whiskey as and when we get that going, so that's not a problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a boat. I'm going to add another boat and add that to the shipping line, because then hopefully one will be going there as one's coming back, and it will just make it a bit more efficient, because that's the big thing at the moment, is efficiency and trying to get this whiskey to and from as quick as possible, so we're not sat here all day basically waiting for the whiskey to be delivered. Yeah, so there's like loads of different ways that goods can be delivered, basically. Missions 1 and 2 concentrated a lot more on trains and sort of horse-drawn carriages, which will eventually become things like vans, lorries, that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's kind of where it was quite heavy, the first 2 episodes. This one, they're now adding transport via water, and then eventually, way down the line, you add the ability to transport goods and people via the air as well. So yeah, all the different modes of transport are definitely covered in this game, and I'm really enjoying it. I've not had to do planes yet, so that'll be really interesting as when we get there. I think the next mission after this one is the only other mission I've actually played before doing the series, so after that we'll be doing it for the first time each and every time together, so that'll be a lot of fun when we get to that, basically. So did that deliver any whiskey? It did. How much whiskey did it deliver? Just the 1 barrel, apparently. It looks like 2 barrels to me, but yeah, you're going to see how long this is going to take, my friends. So what I'm going to do is, once again, I'm going to nip off, and I'll be back when this is very close to being finished. Okay, so the whiskey might actually be done a bit quicker than I first anticipated. There's a lot of whiskey basically sitting here in the depot, and I think the delivery just means it needs to get to this depot so it goes to all of the places that need it. The boats have brought a lot over very, very quickly. I think adding the second boat made the journey a bit quicker, so yeah, I'm quite happy about that. So I think what we will do is we will actually just kind of sit with this and kind of watch it play out, I think. There you go, look, more whiskey's been delivered. It's going to happen pretty quickly. We've got the 4 carts going back and forth, and we've got the 2 boats delivering, so I think it's actually going to be a bit quicker than I first anticipated. We need this pub to get its whiskey to fulfill that mission. It should do it relatively quick once the whiskey starts coming over here. But that's the trouble, you can't really control when that pub's going to get it. It just has to get shared amongst all of...
Slind you, as they say around here. Lately people have been quenching their thirst and staying dry at the same time.
Yeah, like I was saying, you just got to wait until all the needs are fulfilled, and that one's been fulfilled. We only need 4 more whiskey to be delivered, and we are done and dusted on this part of the mission, so that'll be a lovely old job. It's actually gone a lot quicker. Now, as you can see, as the goods are delivered, buildings will upgrade, and I'm sure that's something we'll get into more as the campaign goes on. I'm only learning this myself. It's not really been something the game's told me, but if you click on buildings, for instance, you'll notice that like their levels can go up and whatnot. Like the pub, for instance, look, this is the level it's on, and you know, the more that it's got, the more people it supplies, the better it gets, essentially. And that's kind of how the game works.
Thanks to you, throats are well lubricated all over Glasgow. But on an empty stomach, the water of life makes people anything but lively. What's required is a sound basis in the form of solid food. A new dish is currently on everyone's lips. Deep-fried fish with deep-fried potatoes. What a culinary delight! Help this masterpiece of British cuisine to triumphant progress. Your services are going to stuff the city's jaws and provide fishing operations on the Atlantic with record sales.
Okay, so yeah, you can't beat some fish and chips, ladies and gents. If you're from further sea, you probably don't know what that really is, but it is a British staple. Anyway, we've got to get the fish from over here all the way to Glasgow. Now, there's 1 or 2 ways we could do this. We could use the water, or we could use trains. I think trains are probably going to be quicker, in all honesty. Now, I would like to use this track if possible. I don't really want to join it up to this, but then it's already there, so it would make sense to do so. But I don't know. We'll see the quickest route. We're probably going to have to go over the top of that. But I know the trains are a bit quicker than the boats, so I think we'll go with trains. So first and foremost, let's put this in here. Cargo station. Yep, cargo station. There we go. Let's rotate this bad boy around. And put that there like so. Now, track. I don't want to go this way, if possible. It's going to be quite expensive, the track that I'm going to make, but we don't have to worry about money, like I've said a few times in the early parts of the campaign. So I am just going to bridge over there like so. And then I'm going to join it up. I didn't really want to do this. I didn't really want to join it to the passenger track, but I am going to join it up.
The fish out in the Atlantic leap happily into the nets, all on their own. Thanks to the railroad, the merchandise is even still fresh when it arrives in town.
I'm surprised that's connected, to be honest with you, but I think it's connected. Yeah, it would have to go there and then back on itself to come in here. So I am going to have to connect that up probably here. I'm going to have to connect it here to go to the cargo station, aren't I? So I am going to have a piece coming off there, I think. Just so it's not sharing the passengers stop too much, and then we'll collision. Right, there. Like that. And then we'll join it up there like so. I am going to need a point. That's where they can pass each other. So we should get that made. We'll put it here like so. We'll get the points in. So you always want to put it as far up as possible. Give the trains enough room. So that's the points in. It is using the passenger train part. I feel like there's enough space that I don't need to put a point in. Like, I feel like there's enough room for these two trains. I'm not going to bother with a point there.
A mysterious stone circle is going to transport you into the past, where you can help James Fraser, an equally courageous and passionate man, to win the decisive Battle of Culloden against the English Redcoats and write history in the process.
We will accept this.
The stones don't reveal their secret to just anyone. Prove that you are worthy of their wonders. How is this achieved? Well, that's written in the stars.
I'll do this in a second. You probably see that thing drop down. As you pass through time, things will upgrade and you'll have more things available. But we don't really need to worry about that at the moment. What we do need to worry about is getting a train sorted out. Because of how far this has got to go, I might go with a train that's a bit more powerful. Like, I might go with this one. It's a lot more powerful, but it does require a lot more power, so it's going to cost more money, but it goes a bit quicker. So I'm going to go with this one. And then the carriages, I think it's box. That's it, that's the one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go with 5 on this, just because it's got to go quite a distance. I think it makes sense. Let's add that. Let's then do the route. So we want to go from here to here. I've just got to make sure this is going to deliver the fish. I'm not sure if it is. Where does the fish need to go? Oh, it doesn't even say, does it? Okay, well, maybe once the train's on the track and doing its job, it will let me know. But yeah, once that train goes past there, this one will probably leave and go out and get on with it. But yeah, let's fast forward so that the fish delivery can get cracking, basically. Like I say, once it passes that point, yep, then that train should get going. That's exactly how it should work. Now, we've got this. Modify the carriage route and let it drive along the secret form, solving the stone circle puzzle. Where is the stone circle? Ah, okay. It's here. Did I solve this before? I'm not sure. Solving the stone, reveal their secrets to prove what's worthy of their wonders, written in the stars. So a star is what we're going for then, is it? One, two, 3, 4, 5. Is that it? Maybe. Or would it be like... Cause yeah, actually, I don't think that is right. No, let's get rid of all that. Don't think that's right. If we go from there to there, 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 there. That's a star. Okay, we can only let it play out and see if it works. We'll give it a little while and see if that works. But yeah, I think a star makes the most sense. I'm not sure if it's following that route. Do I have to put that cart on the route? Yeah, put it on the new route. That would help. Unless I needed to modify the original route. Oh, God. Let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see. I'm hoping that's right. Money is going down at quite an alarming rate at the moment. That's a bit of a worry, isn't it? Oh, there we go. It's recovered.
The secret of the stones has been revealed. Although they didn't teleport you back to 1746. It was only to last Monday morning. But maybe that is better than waking up in the midst of a fierce battle.
There you go. I knew I'd done it before, and star made the most sense, didn't it? Now, I think the fish delivery is the last thing we have to do where the game's concerned. And I'm just hoping that the fish is getting delivered, you know? It needs to come over here. And that's not really over here, is it? Oh, 13 of 25. Yeah, it is getting delivered. That is fine then. I'm not going to worry too much. But yeah, I reckon maybe one more trip and we'll be done. And that might potentially be the end of this mission. If memory serves me correct, I do think this is the last bit of this, so we don't have a lot to go. If that is the case, I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Do drop a like on it if you have enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe button, my friends, if you enjoy the stuff on the channel. Feel free to go and check out all the other content as well. Like I said during the course of today's episode, I am planning on uploading lots of different games and lots of different things. I'm even thinking about playing through the campaign of Meg Aquarium. We've done series on that before, but I'm actually thinking about playing through the campaign and doing more stuff like this where we actually play through, you know, the missions and the stuff that the game actually offers up to us, because a lot of the stuff I do is sandbox gaming, but yeah, I'm just trying to do things that are a little bit different at the moment, just have a bit of fun, you know, while we're all kind of locked down and you know, things are happening in the world, just trying to give a little bit of joy to one and all if I can. I thought that was the train coming in then, but it's not, it's the other cargo train, isn't it? Here it comes, all the way back. Do you know what? We'll join it. We'll join it on the journey back, shall we? Some bridge that we built there across the water, isn't it? Very unnecessary. In real life, trains would build the cheapest route possible. Train companies, believe it or not. So if they can avoid building bridges and tunnels and stuff like that, they will avoid it at all costs. They would always try to build the cheapest, most efficient route possible to save money, because then they can reinvest the money back into things like the trains and upgrading the systems and things like that. So there you go, little bit of knowledge being dropped on you, my friends. Here we go. This route is completely different. I remember doing this last time and I put points in place so that the trains could move, and they just didn't move that freely, and that's why I've just gone with a bit more of an extravagant way of doing things with the train system this time around. Here we go, trains passing each other. It is cool though when you get the rail networks and everything on this game working properly and stuff like that.
Thanks to your efforts, the industrial metropolis of Glasgow is really bursting into bloom. The factories are supplied with inexpensive labour, and the workforce with hard liquor and fish. The city council is grateful, and has even proposed to Her Majesty Queen Victoria that you should be knighted. What an honour!
Arise, Sir DanXG then, my friends. But there you have it. We are done and dusted for another episode of Transport Fever 2. Really hope you've enjoyed it, my friends. Next time out, Mission 4. I don't know if that'll be later this week or next week, but be sure to join me for it, my friends. If you've enjoyed today's episode, drop me likes, hit the subscribe, check the description box for all the good stuff to get involved in the community. But my friends, until next time, stay safe, stay humble, saluting you all. See you all soon. Laters, my friends.